Morning everybody. Well, we're back on the home build 2021 and I wanted to talk to you about what we're going to do today. We're going to do a drainage box for underground electrical. So this is electrical and we're going to install a drainage box. You might ask, why would we install a drainage box? Well, drainage box is, I'll give you a little insight, is that junction box where the power comes in. Underground is in a conduit and it goes over on the other side of the Kubota there. That's where that's gonna 90 up and go to the meter. Well, where that meter is lower by about a foot than that junction box. So if and when they say that conduit fills up with water, so after there's power and that sort of thing, when that fills up with water, it could backfeed and fill up with water right at the conduit or the meter, excuse me, and cause some very bad things to happen with electricity and water. So what they want is a drainage box. We're going to put a drainage box right in here, flush with the ground. So that means I got to uncover this conduit, cut into it. Currently there is no wire going through it, just the pulling string. So I'm gonna have to cut it in a 2-foot 90, a 2-foot elbow, and that 2 foot is it's a radius of 2 feet. So I'm gonna have it coming up like this to a box. They'll be right next to each other on one end of the box, and so I gotta dig and uncover this, cut into it, glue on the 90s and that sort of thing, and you get to see the process. So this box is gonna be about 4 feet lower than the meter. So therefore, if and when this section fills up with water, it's gonna backfeed to where this box is and just bubble out and onto the ground type of thing, if it ever fills up with water. So currently you can see a little bit of water down here in the bottom. So what's happening with that is there's a spring up there where those blackberry bushes are. It's back feeding into my trench coming down this direction and down here. So as I uncover it, there's gonna be some water, but hopefully I can get it cut, glued before the water becomes a problem, because when I go to glue it, it needs to be dry. So I'm gonna have to dig that back a little ways here, uncover it some, and figure out where I want to cut it. So let's get started. So you can see here I got the pipe pretty much uncovered. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this section here, put my elbow in, and then I'm gonna cut this section on this side, kind of give me a gauge of how far more or less I can. All right, so now I'm gonna cut the pipe with a sawzall. You've seen me in other videos cutting it with the skill saw. Now we're going to cut it with a sawzall because it only makes sense. I can't get a skill saw in there. So just like this, I got the pipe all cleaned. Use the kind of like the dirty water, the water. Clean the pipe good. And the tracer wire that's in it, I pulled it out one end, so I'm not cutting through that. And here we go. ahead and cut this elbow out of the way so that out of my way to do that section. And I can use the Sawzall because I got power to the job. Pretty awesome. Set that over to the side. Clean the mud off my hands. And then that end there, I'm going to double check that it's nice and clean. So I want that glue to have a good bond to it. Some mud close to the bottom but not quite touching, and I wanted to clean that off because I know when I go to rub the glue on it, it was just going to go, that glue was going to be all over the mud, so get that out of the way. Save your t-shirts and make good rags. Got my 2-foot 90 right here. Got my glue right here. Go ahead and glue that one on. So it's there. Done and out of the way. Not quite as good as a skill saw, but it worked. Goes on over top of it about 4 inches. So try your best to glue all 4 inches of it, and I glue both sides. Kind of primes the plastic so that it has the best bond as possible, because I'm ultimately trying to make this in a sense waterproof as well. I only got a few seconds before that glue sets up. So now that's there. So stoked about that one. Now let's figure out where I need to cut. I think I might have to dig back a little more. So this one here, not much. I'm going to cut it about here, so I still got my 4 inches of lap. So, I think I need to clean that out a little bit more. So, the inspector came out and said I needed to have a drain box. So a drain box meaning that if water ever got into this, water won't work its way up to the meter. So, as it's electricity and water, they don't mix. Okay, so rather than it filling up and going up to the meter, it'll all pour out right here. So it'll never reach up high enough elevation for the meter.
Is that your recording?
Yes. I am recording. You guys are all on camera. Now, if you act all goofy,
people can see
everybody
it.
in the world is going to see that you're a goofball.
Yay!
Yeah.
We're very mature.
Maybe being a goofball
Super
is
mature.
not a bad thing.
Sure. I can touch my nose with my tongue.
Because it tells everybody that you like to have fun. That's cool. You can touch.
Sorry about them. It won't happen again.
Come on, boys and the girl.
And a girl.
Hi.
like that, nice and close together. That's what I like. I think we got a good glue. It's dry. Kind of worried about this water getting in there and around the fittings when I was gluing it, but it didn't. So next thing, tape it up with some PVC tape so no dirt and that sort of thing gets in it. Of course, having a trusty Leatherman with you at all times is a good thing. So alright, we got gravel in here. I don't want to split these two apart in case I need to raise it up, which I don't think I will, but I want to create a little flat area for the electrical box. Which our power company is going to provide the flat-topped drain box, it's called, which is awesome. All right, well, that's a wrap for the drain box for the underground power coming in. You can see they just got two pipes coming up. It's got a separation between the two if I needed to add a coupler to extend it up, but I don't think I will have to. And backfilled it with 3/4 minus or ABC, a couple different terminologies depending on where you're from, but got that back around it. It's ready for a box to be set there. Put some more native soil on that section, a little more right here, and got the drain or the water line put back, and so that's a wrap till I get the box. So this is Corey Rogers out on the home build. This is 2021, and you're joining me for a video on a drain box. So hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to seeing you again next time on the home build.